here we are for round one. We've won the die roll, so we're going to play first, and let's see what we get. We get 2 swamps and nothing to do with them. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Let's mulligan that. Well, this is a bit better. We can Valley Dasher and then hope. That's what I like my decks to do. Valley Dasher and then hope. Let's play that mountain, pass the turn, and let's hope for not a land. And not a 5-drop. Well, it's a land, but we get to attack in for 2. And if we're lucky, attack in for 4. And if we're really lucky, attack in for 6. Two-drop. Ooh, he's got a 2-drop. Wetland Sandbar. Alright, so that's going to trade with the Valley Dasher if he wants. Another land. That's not what I want. Does he accept the trade? Yeah, he wants it off the board. Sounds good. Alright, so Valley Dasher part of the plan is done. Now we're on to the hope part of the plan. Three-drop, what's it going to be? He's tapped the mana, but we're waiting for the card. There we go. Meringue River Prowler. Alright, so he's got a 2-1 unblockable that can't block. Sounds good. We draw more land. Sounds bad. Oh, we're going to flood out. We'll take the 2. Whisper of the Wild. Sure. He missed a land drop. Well, we're not going to miss a land drop. That's for sure. So we've got 8 of our lands, so we've got a 66% chance of not drawing a land. Let's take 2. He's going to drop a Feral Crew Shock, and we are just toast. Don't be a land, don't be a land. That's a land. Alright. So we're dead as dead can be. We're on just over a 2-turn clock. There are only 9 lands left in our deck. So 20 of our cards are not lands. Let's not draw land. Formless Nurturing, sure thing. So he gets a 3/3. Sage Eye Harrier. Ugh. So what's this do? It protects us from that for a turn. We still take 5. Fun times. Can we unmorph it? We can't unmorph it. So we'll just play it. Awful. Talk about awful. Not that my 7 would have been any good. There was absolutely nothing I could have done with those 2 swamps, so I'm fine with my decision. Doesn't attack in with the Manifest. Interesting. Passes the turn. What do we get? Grim Harrowspecs. Oh, buys the turn. Whoops. Yeah, let's just cast it. We'll go to 5 this turn. If he attacks in with everything, we'll go to 2. Yeah, in with everything. We have to block the Crew Shock. Down to 2, and I'm dead. Let's just see this land that I'm going to draw. Oh, it's not a land. Cool. Well, that was unfortunate. We just got demolished. His face-down card was a Bear's Companion. Gross. 2 lands on top after that Hayblade. Alright, so our deck just fell apart there. We had nothing. We had nothing but lands, so nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm going to change anything. We'll just jump back in and see if we can not lose to luck again. Alright, so we're going to play first again, and let's see if our opening hand is a bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better. We've got a Swift Spear on turn 1. We've got a Sandblast on turn 3. Dragon Scale General. That's super keepable. All 3 of our colors. I don't see this very often on this channel. Let's go. Mountain, Swift Spear. Get in for 1. And then let's see what shenanigans he's going to pull. Embodiment of Spring. Alright, well that turns off my Swift Spear. Bitter Rev. We'll attack in. It's a free attack, essentially. He blocks. Sounds good. Well, we are going to need to draw land in the next couple turns. What is this going to be? Oh, is he just sacking it, maybe? Two mana. What did we see last time? Wetland Sandbar? Wetland Sandbar. Alright. Well, there's our land, so Dragon Scale can come down at least. I think we'll just pass the turn. I don't necessarily want to trade Swift Spear for the Sandbar, but I guess maybe I would. I definitely don't want to Sandblast it. That seems like a waste of a Sandblast. I will take that too. Rugged Highlands, so our opponent's still sitting on 2 mana. Oh, but has a 2-drop. Jeskai Sage, okay. Ooh, Valley Dasher. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll swing in with Swift Spear. He'll block. That's fine. Because I will then Dragon Scale General and I'll get to bolster 1 onto the Swift Spear. There we go, so now my Swift Spear's a 2-3, a bit more of a threat. I could maybe even do a surprise Warflare next turn, but probably want to save that for later. I could otherwise do a Valley Dasher. That would be another tapped creature, but it would probably just trade with the Sandbar or something. If I hit a land, I could Valley Dasher and Sandblast a blocker. Don't necessarily want to do that, though. Well, we'll see what he plays. Well, 3 mana. Are we going to get a morph, maybe, or what are we going to see? Meringue River Prowler again, alright. So that card essentially does not interact with me, so I don't terribly have to worry about it. Mardu Charm. What are your other ones? I can get 2 white soldiers. Or I can Thoughtseize him. Or not Thoughtseize him, I can Despise or Anti-Despise or whatever it is. Or just deal 4 damage to a creature. Well, he could double block and kill something, but that seems to be about his only option. So I guess I'll swing in. See if he tries to do the double block. If he does, I can Sandblast. If he doesn't, he takes 4, and I'm going to bolster a bit. He is going to do the double block. So he really wants to kill that Dragon Scale General. So I could Warflare and save it. I could Sandblast and save it. Or I could Mardu Charm and save it. Which of those options is best? Well, if I War Flare, then I don't get the bolster. So let's do the Mardu Charm, I suppose. And let's blow up the sandbar. That's going to make Monastery Swiftspear bigger as well. And that's going to make the General the bolster target. That's fine, I suppose. He draws a card. Whatever. Let's bolster 2 onto the General. He's a 4/5. Alright. I think my opponent missed a land drop last turn, too. Because we're on turn 5. I just missed a land drop. Oh no, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. Well, he has an Embodiment of Spring as a blocker. And an Aven Surveyor that's going to bounce my General, I bet. Yep. That's a bit of a pain, but not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Well, what can I do? I guess I can just swing in and bolster again. Swing in, play the General, bolster on card of my choice, probably the General. Yeah, it seems fine. Yeah, bolster the General, pass the turn. I'd really like to hit another land to have some more resources, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. My voice is somewhat holding out, luckily. Alright, what do we got here? 3-drop. Map the Waste, sure. So that River Prowler is going to be a 3/2. So a bit of a faster clock, but not a big concern to me. Not a big concern to me. He went and got a mountain. Or no, what did he get? He got... That doesn't tell me what he got. Must have been one of those islands or forests I wasn't watching. So he's swinging in with both. He's presumably going to have a blocker then. So I'll go to 11 here. No blocker. Alright. Well, let's swing in. I imagine he'll block here. Oh no, he blocks the General and then he's going to sack it for a land. Makes sense. So he goes and gets a land, and then I guess we're going to play Horde Chief. Get a warrior. That warrior is going to become a 3/3 with the bolster. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've got 18 threatened with Warflare if he does attack in with both creatures and doesn't play anything. And he's got me on a 3-turn clock. I'm not out of this at all. And I can even just hold back my mana for the Sandblast to kill the Prowler next turn. Well, we'll have to see what happens. I'd really like my 5th land. It is coming up on turn 8. Our opponent's dropping a 4-drop, I imagine. They seem to have a large pause between tapping their mana and playing their card for some reason. Not sure if that's the program or if that's them or what's up with that. I would have loved to have picked up an Outlast Lord with the Dragon Scale General. I think all I even saw was the American Nightblade in my colors. Saw the Longshot Squad a couple times, which would be pretty nice right now, but I did skip out on the green train. Alright, so we're going to take 5 here. That's fine by me. He's got a single card in hand, and he's not going to play it. Interesting. Well, I will, I guess, attack in with everything. Force some blocks, get a really big bolster, sandblast the Prowler, or the Morph, or just Warflare. Yeah, let's just see what he does. I mean, maybe it would have been advisable to hold back one of the creatures, but eh. Alright, so that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I could do 13 to him. And he'd come back for 5. Well, let's just do this. Just going to on-morph into something scary? Well, it's mildly scary. That will kill my general. So I have to Sandblast or Warflare right now. Warflare takes him to 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Warflare does take him to 2, so he may get really concerned about hitting me. Yeah, let's do Warflare. Oh, it actually takes him to 1 with the Prowess. I wasn't even thinking about that. Take him to 1. And let's see what he can do. If he can pump either of those creatures, I lose. Oh, he's holding one back. The one he doesn't hold back couldn't have blocked anyways, makes sense. So the question is, does he have 3 blockers? Because I do have a Valley Dasher here. Bear's Companion. That's a blocker. Oh, he does have another one? Oh, he does. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't think we can draw anything that'll do it. Oh, hey, look, our 5th land on turn frigging 9. Lovely. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do. I just lose here. Because, yeah, he's got 4 blockers. I can Valley Dasher, and he lives. I can Sandblast one of his guys. I could Sandblast this next turn, but he can just attack in the air. Maybe he won't attack in the air. So maybe we can play this Valley Dasher second main. And maybe kind of hope he doesn't just swing in with both of those creatures. I guess even if he swings in with both, I can still Sandblast the River Prowler, right? Yeah, I guess I'm not dead. I'm pretty close, but I'm not 100% dead. All depends on what this card is that he drew. So I guess I do really hope that he swings in with the bird as well as the Prowler. I mean, it does only buy me a turn if he has a blocker. It wins me the game if he doesn't have a blocker. If he only swings in with the Prowler, I buy myself 2 turns. Interesting situation. Interesting situation. I used my Mardu Charm this turn, or this game, right? I did. And it doesn't hit players anyways. Good to know. Good to know. Well, he's thinking through everything pretty carefully here. Were he to attack with everything, could I do anything? Could jump there. Could block there. Well, it would be interesting. Alright, what you gonna do? He's moved to attack, so no sorceries, no first main phase blockers. Let's see what he wants to do. Of course, I'm certain that I'm just going to draw nothing but lands if I do survive another turn or two, so I can't hope on anything happening on my top decks. That's not how my luck works. In with the Prowler. Anything else? Just the Prowler. Alright, well, we're going to blow it up. Second main. Let's see what that card was. Oh, he can just replay it. I wasn't even thinking of that ability. Oh, that's a pain. That's a pain. Gains a life. Alright. Draw a land, of course. So he can just hit me for 4. So I could swing in, and he could block there, 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 and there. He would lose the bird. Alright, well, let's play this. And let's get some card draw. So he blocks bear on the 3/3. Manifest on... I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead, but I would be deader if I just let the 2 or the 4 unblockable come through. So I need to do something here. Alright, so he goes like that. Sounds good. So I get to draw a couple cards. They're all useless. So I can play Goreswine at least. So I can block, and I'll take 2. I might still win it, though, if he doesn't draw anything. Because if he doesn't draw anything, I can just swing in. Oh, we're going to take 2 here. Anything going to happen with it? Oh, that does still win it for me, though. He goes up a life, but we do get to play Raider Spoils, which will pump the Monastery Swift Spear, and I'll pull it out. I'm pretty sure this pulls it out. Block, yep. That should be lethal. There we go. Wow. Alright, so never give up. Never concede when the game looks unwinnable, because you can still win if you play well and play carefully. So, our deck kind of screwed us again with getting mana screwed that time as opposed to being mana flooded, but I think we just jump back in and see how we go. Alright, so here we are for game 3, and we've got not the best of hands, but it's okay. They've mulled to 6 as well, which is pretty good. We've got 2 3-drops. This guy's a morph, so we'll probably morph him down. I guess I'll keep it, yeah. We've got all of our colors. Seems okay. They kept their 6. They got a tap land. Let's play our tap land. We got an Act of Treason. That's not the best. I'd prefer to see that later in the game. Whisper of the Wilds. Well, that's going to help them out quite a bit. Quite a bit. We get a land, not necessarily what we want to see. Would have preferred to have had a Valley Dasher down, but oh well. Next turn we get our Morph or our Bloodseeker. Embodiment of Spring. Ooh, no land drop, alright. But he can go get a land, he's got the Whisperer to help him out. He's okay, he's not hurting. Let's put down our Haruspex, pass the turn. So he's got 3 mana available? Yeah, 3 mana. Down comes a Morph of his own, alright. Another land, so let's pop down the Bloodsucker. We'll trade the Bloodsucker with the Morph if need be and flip the Haruspex to get a card draw. I, however, have a feeling he won't just attack in. The only Morph we've seen from him so far was Snowhorn Rider, so I would like to get that off the field as quickly as possible. No attacks, no land drops, no nothing. Alright, so he's probably going to go get a land with the Embodiment. There's a Valley Dasher, that's pretty good. Let's put it down. This is whenever a creature I control dies. Yep. So we will swing in with the Dasher and the Bloodsucker. I don't imagine he's gonna, if that is Snowhorn Rider, I don't imagine he's gonna block with that. He'll block with this and sack it. But let's see. Oh, he's thinking. He is a thinking. This is toughness. Toughness 4 or greater, right? Well, he's still thinking. Embodiment block the Dasher. Morph block the Bloodsucker. Interesting. Interesting. So I could sack the Dasher. Make this a 3/3. Kill the Morph. I wouldn't get to draw a card off the death, though. I think I'd prefer the cards. Let's flip the Haruspex. Let this all go. I guess maybe he's got an Awaken the Bear or something, and that would be bad, but I'd be fine with him wasting it here. Well, our opponent's thinking about what he wants to do. I assume he wants to just get rid of the Embodiment. Okay, he's going to force away the Haruspex, so he's going to deny me the card draw, I guess? Alright. Seems like a little bit of a weak play. It was indeed the Snowhorn Rider. Yeah, okay. Down comes a Tuskguard Captain. I'm fine with that. I will pop down the Haruspex. And then I will just attack in. If he wants to kill it and give me a card draw, I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. Gets a land. It's not the best, but oh well. And I'll pass the turn. I may very well Sandblast that Tuskguard Captain if it comes in at me. But it is turn 7. He's got to draw some lands at some point, right? Tap in the Whisperer. Are we finally going to see the embodiment get sacrificed? Oh, he's just going to Outlast. Okay. And this is power for a greater, right? Yep. Alright, so I imagine this turn is finally going to be the sacrifice the embodiment turn. So we will Swift Spear. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could hit him for 8 if I active treason to that Tuskguard captain. Doesn't seem the best, though. Now let's just swing in. He'll block the Haru specs, sack that, take 1, down to 20. On turn 7, the first damage will be dealt. Yep, that's fine by me. And then I guess I'll just hold all my stuff back for this attacking in or smiting something or, yeah. Alright, I'd love to see him outlast this, and I can just smite it at the end of his turn. Alright, so our opponent has drawn a land as well. In comes the Tuskguard, so we are going to Sandblast it. Does he have something? Not sure if there's anything he could really have. Maybe an Awaken the Bear. Or a Dragon Scale Boon. That'll do it. So I will take 5, but I can smite it this turn, so that's good. I could also steal it. Steal it, 1, 2, 3, and then smite it. Seems like a lot of card use, but seems fine. Why not? Why not? So let's active treason that. I'll make my Swift Spear a little bit bigger. I'll even get a card draw out of it with the Haru specs. Hit him for 10. He takes the 10. Smite the Tuskguard captain. Draw a card. Not too bad of a turn. Not too bad. Draws a land. He's going to have stuff. That Harsh Sustenance isn't the best right now. River Wheel Aerialist's pretty good. Pretty good. War Flare. Pretty good. Pretty good. So what can I do? So this would be 4 power after War Flaring. And this would be 5 power. So regardless of what he blocks with, I could War Flare, Harsh Sustenance, kill the Aerialists. Or I could just Goreswine. No, let's attack in. Let's be aggressive. So he's going to block there. So we will War Flare. And then do we... I think we just keep this Harsh Sustenance back. And we cast the Goreswine. Alright, let's see what he has. Hopefully he drops like a 2-power creature. And then we can Harsh Sustenance and swing in for a bunch. Oh, what's this? No main phase 1 play. No attacks, obviously. No main phase 2. What trickery is this? Alright, I assume he's doing something fancy. But let's make him show us. Ethereal Ambush, maybe? Or a Pearl Lake Ancient, I guess. I guess that's a good card as well. So, is there much we can do here? He's going to block, I assume, the Gore Swine. So I could hit him for... Well, let's see what he blocks. If he blocks the Gore Swine... I mean, if he doesn't block the Gore Swine, he loses. So he blocks the Gore Swine. So I could hit him for 2, and then another 2. So he would be down to 2. I think I'm okay to just let that die here, though. And then play... Sage-Eye Harriers face down. And then Bitter Rev. Yeah, let's Bitter Rev. Ooh, I will take High Sentinels. And I'll take Horde Chief. Alright. He can't really attack in with that Pearl Lake, which is nice. So all I really need to do is wear him down a little bit and Harsh Sustenance for the win. So assuming he doesn't play anything, and that's a big assumption, I could go in, take him to 5. Once he's at 5, I could play Horde Chief and have 3 creatures down. And High Sentinels have 4 creatures down. It'd be close. But he's going to have something here for sure. Oh, he's just going to swift kick my morph. Alright. Sure. Down he goes. And then I bet he's just going to swing in for 8, because why not? Oh, that hurt a little bit. Swamp, eh? Well, I guess we just swing in. He's going to block, I assume. Oh, he doesn't block, alright. So we're going to go Horde Chief. And we're going to put this down. And we're going to hope that he can't give this flying or some sort of evasion. We actually just win in the air if he can't deal with that. This game is definitely taking forever. It's doing quite a number on my voice, unfortunately. Our opponent is down to 1 card in hand. Is it a good one, or is it not? I wouldn't mind just taking a creature off the top of the deck and just Harsh Sustancing for 5. Just so I don't even have to worry about the combat math or what to attack with or what not to. Alright, we're going to combat. Our opponent's coming in. So, if he has a way of giving this trample, let's say he has Awaken the Bear. That's 9. So I do need to double block. Or wait, is that still lethal? it's still lethal if he has Awaken the Bear. And that also turns off my Harsh Sustenance. I think we just have to hope he doesn't have Awaken the Bear. He doesn't. Alright. Whew. No flyer, no flyer, no flyer. Don't you dare play a flyer. Four mana, eh? 5 mana, eh? Play a Bear's Companion. I'd be totally okay with that. Wait, whoa, what's happening here? He returned it to his hand? Why? He's recasting it? It doesn't have flying, right? Or reach. Flash. Can't be countered. Prowess. Okay. Alright. I guess. I mean, I could just win off this guy, I believe. Maybe he's got to force away. Oh, no, he doesn't. Alright, so... yeah, I think we just win here, right? Does he have Stubborn Denial? Ah, no, GG's. Alright, so we won it. It took a long time, but we actually pulled that out. Our deck wasn't that bad. So, yeah, I'll see you guys for round 2, which I imagine must be starting pretty soon.